Hello there,
Hi.
and welcome to our channel. This is Alice.
And this is Kai.
And today we're going to be taking a look at Lawrence from Lost in the Pond trying American shrimp and grits for the first time.
Ooh.
I don't think we...
Or cooking in as well.
It says tasting, so I don't know.
Tasting.
I think we saw the Beasleys trying grits somewhere. Maybe in Bubba Gump's Shrimp Company restaurant.
We can't remember. We've seen it as a dish and someone trying it.
Yeah, because...
But it wasn't the highlight or
we've
the
compared
main...
it to polenta, haven't we, before?
Yes.
I remember that, so... Should we just have a look?
Yeah, let's have a
jump
look.
in.
Hello. In a country that boasts hamburgers, hot dogs, and something called fluffernutter, one American dish has eluded my taste buds.
What? Fluffernutter?
Oh, I've gone right back. I didn't mean to go all the way back.
Hello. In a country that boasts hamburgers, hot dogs, and something called fluffernutter, one American dish has somehow eluded my taste buds. Grits. Yeah, that's right, grits, and not the stuff that ends up on a road. I'm talking about a food dish that's popular in the southern United States. This is a food item that apparently can go with just about anything, but we are going to go with the popular option of putting our grits with shrimp, and maybe a little bit of bacon, and crucially Worcestershire sauce. I am a little bit concerned that the meal hasn't been pre-made ahead of this video, meaning that somebody... me is going to make it right here, right now,
he's cooking.
and then give my verdict at the end of the video. So,
come on, Lawrence, you could have done the washing up.
I just got a dish.
So if you're the sort of person who loves watching food being prepared by somebody who has no idea how to cook, then I'm your man. And if you're not subscribed, do that now. In the meantime, I'm really happy to be making shrimp and grits. Join me. But before we get started, what actually is our grits? To answer this, I had to dig deep into history, or more accurately, a quick search on Wikipedia. Grits trace their origins back to the Native American Muskogee tribe, who ground dried corn into a coarse meal and cooked it into a porridge-like dish. This hominy porridge became the foundation of grits, which later infiltrated southern kitchens when European settlers decided, you know what corn needs? Fewer vitamins and more butter. Today, another European settler, me, was about to put this to the test from his Chicago kitchen. For this video, we're going to be using a recipe written by Once Upon a Chef with Jen Seagal. First things first, I have to chop stuff up using a chopping board. It's not very sharp. Right, they go on that, and then you use a knife. Do we have a knife? Okay, we've got one. All right, what do we need to do? 1 bunch scallions, thinly sliced. I mean, what constitutes a bunch of
spring
scallions?
onions.
Is it 3, 4, 5? I mean, this looks like a bunch. 1 large...
I find it so strange that the Americans call them scallions.
Well, there's a lot of things that we call differently to Americans call differently to us, so however you want to say it. What's interesting to me is that he's adopted now using it.
He's adopted. So we call those spring onions.
Yeah.
Stalk of celery finely diced. That should be easier. None of this bunch nonsense. 1 small red bell pepper, finely diced. This is where I come into my element because I've done one of these before. Gordon Ramsay, after seeing this, he's going to change all of his techniques because he's going to see me fail to pull out the middle bit. It usually goes way better than this, but I'm on camera. I've ruined it. Oh, hi.
Oh my goodness.
Did you get me coffee? I'm going to need it. Beautiful. The shrimp is already peeled and deveined. Wasn't looking forward to that. The recipe calls for 4 slices of bacon cut into half-in dice. I don't know what that means, so I'm just going to do it my way, and we'll just chop up bacon randomly. But I do like bacon. You know, we went for American bacon here, but we typically, I mean, I like British bacon, Canadian bacon, Irish bacon. There are different types of bacon. This is what you don't know until you live in other parts of the world and you just start to take on board a lot of the culinary differences between our countries. I mean, I speak often about how some of the words we use to describe food are vastly different on either side of the pond, but the same, of course, is true of the food itself. And in America, bacon is usually a lot crispier. I am a big fan of crispy bacon, just as I'm a fan of not crispy bacon in the UK. This is what's going to go into the shrimp and grits. It's like just a sort of extra protein in case you weren't getting...
I think it's safe to say that Lawrence is probably not the chef in this house.
Yes.
Based on the technique.
His cutting skills.
He's not very
so
familiar
far.
with this this knife.
Enough. Oh, and since Uncle Toby is probably typing right now, Lawrence, you haven't washed your hands. That's been happening off camera. I just didn't think you want to be constantly bombarded with hygiene. So now that all of that prep work has been done, we can do the very important work of burning down my house, starting with a frying pan and the bacon. Okay, so far so good. The only thing is that when I'm asked to do more than one thing at once, that's when things get a bit crazy. So
the multitasking.
It's a bit like you, isn't it?
It is. I'm useless at it.
I think that asking me to multitask with hot dishes in front of me is going to be a huge mistake for this company. All right, wish me luck. We're going to throw the shrimp on.
I just like that he's wearing red framed glasses, just like Abe Lincoln on his shirt.
Ah.
Just noted.
I've only just called that.
Yeah,
You said
Really
it.
funny.
Ow! Oh no!
Oh,
No!
no.
What the hell?
What on earth did he do?
Well, I was just going well. The shrimp is doing its thing.
Is there an
Smoke.
alarm going off? Is that a
It
smoke
is.
alarm?
I can hear the smoke coming in the background, and you can see the
Yeah.
sort of the
It's definitely
glaze.
smoky.
Aside, just in case, and now I'm gonna go look at what else we need to do while keeping half an eye on that. This is awful. How do people do this regularly? All right, there's the 2 tablespoons worth of butter. Put that in there. Is the heat still on? Why is that?
I didn't know we was getting a
coming on?
cooking
The
lesson.
hob has stopped working on the oven, so I'm going to switch to another lesser hob and hope that this gets the job done. That's fun, isn't it? Look at that. A mountain of vegetables that they've all gone in. That just adds a bit of vibrancy to an otherwise quite
Nice and
dull-looking
colourful.
meal. And in a moment,
Yep.
I've got to mix in a load of other things, such as Worcestershire sauce, chicken broth. It says that I need to bring it up to a boil, and I am absolutely terrified of where that might take things. But we're going to do it, and it'll be fine. It'll be totally fine. I've done scarier things in my life. I used to go on stage for fun and for minimal pay.
What's that? Is that the grits?
Is that a bit of cornstarch?
Could, oh
Bradley
yeah,
and
maybe.
herons.
Yeah,
Oh,
the way
I'm
it's.
going to get to the grits here
What's
in a
that?
bit. Okay. Now, while all of that was going on, we did have our fire chief, which is my wife, come in and take a look at the oven, and apparently it's fine. The other hob, the better hob, is now working again. Anyway, I'm going to transfer this vegetable concoction to that plate so that it's more trustworthy. Now, while those vegetables are doing their thing, it's time to talk about the grits themselves. We're about to get that started.
Okay.
I've just read in the recipe that using this quick 5-minute version of grits is not the authentic way to go, and that
We get Quaker Oats actually, don't we?
Yeah,
So that's interesting. Must be an American brand then, maybe.
maybe. Yeah,
Quaker
I never
grits,
really,
Quaker Oats.
never really thought about it. to be
Me
honest.
either. It's only because I recognise
But
the
yeah,
logo.
same brand.
I'm going to
we
get
got that brand
absolutely
here.
destroyed by everybody from the south. I am ready for that, but just know that this had to happen due to time constraints and appalling reading skills. Okay, we're going to add in about 4 cups of milk, so basically 1 cow, and we're going to bring that to a boil,
One
and then
cow.
apparently add in the grits mix. 1 cup of quick cooking grits. That's nice and easy. Let's open this up then. The American packaging is, as ever, impenetrable. It's like Fort Knox. I need a knife, another knife. Where's that knife from earlier? Seems like hours ago now. Gonna have to eat this off.
It had gotten dark outside, if you
It
noticed.
worked. So that's that. And then we need a cup of it. It's got a bit of milk in there. I don't think anybody will mind. Oh, what is that? Turn it down now. Turn it down
Oh,
now.
God, no.
Take it
We're
off.
back in business, so let's pour this in slowly. So what do? I just have to whisk, and then it's going to magically turn into grits? Oh, God. All right, yeah, it's turning creamy.
Sort of turning
It's
porridgey,
turning
isn't it?
creamy. It's starting to look like grits. There's a quote that's often attributed.
But if this is the 5 minutes quick, like really fine one, because if it looked like powder, it's not gonna. You're not gonna get the texture of grits, are you? Like the grittiness, I guess,
Oh, I don't
for
know.
lack of better.
Maybe it
Because
depends
that's kind of
how
what
long.
I expect from grits.
Well, it's kind of in the name, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
It's to
Interesting.
Winston Churchill, misattributed it turns out. He said, if you're going through hell, keep going. Although I don't want to count my chickens before they've hatched. Not that this recipe calls for chickens. That looks good actually. Does that look thick enough? What do you guys think? Not that you can answer that right now. I wish you could. I wish
It
you were
looks
here. to say,
too,
"Oh,
like,
stop
creamy."
it, It's good. Put it to the side before you
Does he need
make
a bit more
something
grits
that
in there, maybe?
resembles,
Or
I
just
don't
to
know,
keep it on for a bit
sick.
longer.
I hope you're as
maybe.
excited for this meal as I am. All right, I hope you see it. We've
Oh,
turned off the heat
cheese,
now.
okay.
We're stirring
Cheese
in the
improves
cheese,
everything.
'cause, well, asks me to do that. All right, well, I hope that that's grits. Now we're going to mix a lot of things together, and hopefully very soon we will have shrimp and or grits. We're adding in the shrimp and the bacon. We're going to cook this for about 2 to 3 minutes until the shrimp is cooked through and you're ready to start serving your food. I'm doing it in this voice just so I can have some level of cooking credibility. Sadly, my credibility completely faded when I forgot to record myself adding the shrimp mix to the grits.
Okay, let's cut to the footage of Lawrence holding the shrimp and grits and hope that no one cares about continuity.
Won't it look weird to show me posing for the video thumbnail?
I mean, no more weird than your stupid hair in the next scene.
And so, after marginally surviving that chaos, it's time to see if I can survive putting this in my stomach. Since I've had shrimp and I've had all of these vegetables, I'm just going to try a little bit of grits on its own, just to get a sense of what it...
The experience has sent him great. Look at his beard.
And the hair would have been more messy. He's like, oh my god, I've done it. Let's try it now. Yeah.
It's like. Well, I'm supposed to hate it for reasons of controversy and clicks, but it's actually quite nice, especially blended with cheese. I think that's...
Sorry, I don't remember him adding any like spices or even salt and pepper to the thing. Are you not meant to?
We might not have seen that. What are you talking about?
The grits, just the grits.
I think the grits are meant to be a bit more plain, and I think he would have added, seasoning to.
Yeah, obviously, whatever goes on most of the flavour, but I would have thought you at least add a little.
He may have done it, but we might have not been part of the. I don't know.
That's true of just about anything except watermelon. So how does this go together? Let's see. Let's get a piece of shrimp, little bit of bacon on there. I did a thing. It's good. It's actually quite spicy. But this is a good concoction. I think the name grits gives me this idea that it's not going to be... It's like gruel. Always said to me, that sounds unappetizing. This is why I've not eaten grits for the longest of times. But now that I have, I'm not sure
no idea.
Listen, I'll have this again. What would I rate it? How many Lorenzos would I give it? Not many things bring a smile to my face, and even this hasn't managed that. But despite being a YouTube sensation, I am still human. I still feel things, and what I feel here are good things. So I would rate it as follows. This shrimp and grits gets 4.5 Lorenzos out of 5. That's high praise.
We don't know what the Lorenzo...
Out of 5, he said, out of 5.
What the Lorenzo scale is.
I think that's his scale.
Oh, Lorenzo, do you think... Was that him in that little thing?
I think it might have been.
Okay.
So 4.5 out of 5.
Okay.
That's pretty good rating.
Yeah,
it's like 9 out of 10, isn't it?
Coming from me. If you like what you saw in this video, I've just been told by the producers that they're going to put me in the kitchen more often this year. Why? So if you want to see me cooking even more and trying American food, then subscribe like your diet.
Okay.
That was cool. I like that video.
That was quite funny. We like Lawrence and his sense of humour. So whatever he does or tries to do or says...
I didn't expect him to be cooking this one.
No,
so that
that's
added
quite
an extra twist to it, didn't it? It's
quite fun.
And the fact that he clearly doesn't cook in his household.
Much.
Well, based on his chopping skills and whatnot.
Well, we don't have chopping skills like any chef.
Basic understanding, like how to chop bacon.
So yeah, if and when we're gonna do some cooking, I don't want us to get abused.
He did amazing. He did amazing. Really good skills. I wish ours were at that level. Yeah, great job, Lawrence.
No, but yeah, it was really enjoyable.
I enjoyed the video. Yeah, it was
really
very
good.
entertaining.
Hope you did too, guys. Let us know if you did, and whether there's any more stuff that Lawrence has done in terms of like a bit out of his comfort zone that we might have missed.
Maybe.
So, if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.